repealing the death penalty. This is Proposition 62, California Proposition 62, and the repeal of the death penalty initiative is on November 8, 2016 ballot in California as initiated state statute. A yes vote supports repealing the death penalty and making life without the possibility of parole the maximum punishment for murder. No vote opposes this measure, repealing the death penalty. Now, we can talk about this also because there's another one on there that's altering the death penalty. So it's to counteract the repealing of the death penalty. So you have two propositions, Proposition 62 and Proposition 66. Proposition 66, the Death Penalty Procedures Initiative, is on this year's ballot. And supporters refer to the measure as the Death Penalty Reform and Savings Initiative. A yes vote supports changing the procedure governing state court appeals and petitions that challenge death penalty convictions and sentences. A no vote opposes changing the procedures governing state court appeals and petitions that challenge death penalty convictions and sentences and favors keeping the current system of governing death penalty appeals and petitions. Proposition 66 is designed to shorten the time that legal challenges to death sentences take to a maximum of 5 years. So they want to hurry up and speed up and kill people with Proposition 66. But so Proposition 62 and Proposition 66 are opposition to each other. Some believe that one was put on there to counteract the other, and of course, law enforcement and people like that are supporting Proposition 66, and people that are against capital punishment are supporting Proposition 62, which will repeal the death penalty. Have you done any research on that, on those two? And what is your thoughts on Prop 62, repealing the death penalty?
I really feel that people need to look into their own value system. Mm-hmm. Do you value life? Mm-hmm. Is it eye for an eye? And, there's some instances I'm like, what are we waiting for? Like people that mess around with kids, mm-hmm. babies. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like there's any reform, but mm-hmm. I'm not God. Mm-hmm. I'm not God.
Right.
So I really feel that people need to look into their own value system and do you believe in the death penalty? Mm-hmm. Because it is costly for our taxpayers mm-hmm. When you are waiting for years. Mm-hmm. But you also have to look at those that have been convicted with the judicial system the way it is, mm-hmm. and that we've seen people that have been jailed mm-hmm. and wrongfully jailed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Looking at the death penalty. So you need to chime in or call in, Al.
Yeah.
Because, it's not a laughing matter, because that is somebody's life that we're deciding what to do with it. Mm-hmm. And again, there's, I think, case by case situations that death penalty, like my automatic reaction. But again, that's my own value system. So mm-hmm. I don't want to say I want you to vote for this because, again,
right.
If someone, messes with a kid, I've seen postings mm-hmm. of that. Mm-hmm. How do you rape a baby? Mm-hmm. I believe you should die. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion, mm-hmm. right? But I wouldn't want the wrong person to die either, mm-hmm. because of the whole judicial system. If they were not prosecuted with all the evidence and mm-hmm. And the due process. Right. So it is a very fine line.
Yeah, and I look at it from a spiritual perspective, and Bible says all have sinned and come short to the glory of God, and the wages of sin is death. And, all of us have sinned, are sinners, and have done wrong things in the sight of God and worthy of death because of our sins. But we plead for God to forgive us and have mercy on us. And you can't put a degree on sin. Sin is sin. Mm-hmm. And under the law, there may have been degrees of sin, but now sin is sin. The wages of sin is death. And so, and then the Bible also says, and we try to teach folks that you don't kill. Thou shalt not kill. That's murder. And, with capital punishment, especially the way it's set up today, a person can get convicted, with circumstantial evidence. And the Bible says no man shall be convicted of a crime, especially when it's capital punishment, without at least two witnesses. And so they doing it less than that. And you can't put value or money on a life. You know what I mean? And so when people talk about, saving tax dollars and all those type of things, you can't put money, you can't put a value on life. And there's so many, and it's not fair. It's not a just system, because when you look at the Green River Killer and some of these other folks, because they made deals to say, I'll tell you where the bodies are. They killed 30 and 40 and 50 people and they get life in prison. So the system is not fair. It's not just, because a prosecutor gets to decide who gets capital punishment and who doesn't. And kind of like I'm just using your thought when you say about molesting a baby, and if that baby died, I guess, kill them. But there's other, folks have done some horrible things too. And so, if you're going to do it, it has to be fair across the board. It shouldn't be, if you kill a cop, you get death penalty, but if you kill another person, you don't. So
or if a cop kills a citizen.
Well, yeah,
huh?
yeah. But I know I heard Bonnie DeMantis say that for cases like when a person kill a police officer, they should get capital punishment. But it and there's special circumstances. So excuse me, if you're gonna take a life, you have to be fair across the board. And you should be doing it the right way. And God, under the law, if you want to go to the Bible, under the law, He said you got to have at least two witnesses if you're going to convict a person of a capital offense. One person is not enough, especially circumstantial evidence. So you got so many unfair procedures and policies out there that, and it's so biased and subjective to where we need to do away with it, because mostly people of color are on there and being executed and so on. And when you go out through the history, you'll see the unfairness based on the proportion of blacks and Latinos and people like that, and on capital punishment. They need to do away with it, because it's not fair. And anything that's not fair is not just, and it needs to be done away with. And God said don't kill, so who's going to pull the switch? We say we're a Christian nation and we're supposed to love and forgive, even with the most horrible, heinous crime that you just mentioned, got to forgive and so on. So I know we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
we